are you?
I'm great, and so are you.
All right, thank you. But welcome to On Purpose. You are officially the godfather of the show because you are our first guest, and we so on.
Yes.
Well,
Before we,
thank you.
you're welcome. But before we start, we want to thank you for your energy, your presence, your gift that you have shared with the world, for empowering so many people, for changing lives. So thank you for the work that you do. Thank you for your spirit. Thank you for who you are.
Well, thank you. That's very kind of you. And I'm in the presence of greatness as I look at the two of you, Nefertiti and Cleopatra.
Ooh, coming from Mr.
Thank
Les
you. We'll take
Brown.
all the compliments. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yes, it is an honor to meet you, Mr. Brown. I'm Tammy. We want to salute you, give you your flowers, share this moment with you as we inspire to empower our audience. Let's get started, right?
All right, let's do this.
Let's do
Yes.
this. Our show, On Purpose, as I stated, we inspire to empower. We would love to know, Mr. Brown, when was the moment that you knew that you were living your life, walking in your purpose? When was it for you that you know you were doing what you were meant to do?
This is going to shock you. 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
Please elaborate. Tell us more. Tell us more.
I had to speak in Florida and at South Dade Community College. And people were gathered around outside. And there were many speakers before me on a college campus. And when I spoke, all the distractions that were going on, they stopped and they started listening to me. And I said to my daughter, Dr. Ona Brown, I called her, I said, people listen to me. I said, this is the calling on my life. But I've always had this feeling, and I think that there are certain things that are taught and some things are caught. In my particular case, it's something that has been in me, that I have, when I speak, I have the can't help it, that I can't help myself.
I love it.
Yes, and I knew when I spoke in the Georgia Dome in Atlanta to over 80,000 people, and my mentor, Mike Williams, who wrote the book, The Road to Your Best Stuff, was there. And he said, Brownie, you can do this. You got this. Because I ran to the bathroom. They had to come get me out the bathroom. I was so scared I couldn't think straight. I thought I was going to be speaking to around 500 people. And the guy was walking me down the hall and said, what is it like to speak to 80,000 people? I said, I don't know. He said, well, you will today. I took off running. He said, man, where are you going? I said, to the bathroom. I said, I got to do something to help myself get calm. I said, but it's number one. And then my mentor came and he said, Brownie, you can do this. Mm-hmm. He said, make your mother proud. Mm. They came to see you, but you didn't come to see them. Mm. And it's very important for you to have somebody in your life that can take you to a place in yourself that you can't go by yourself. Mm. And when he spoke those words, it's very strategic that I think it was for me, that you have somebody around you that believes in you until your belief kicks in. Mm. And I knew that he believed in me, even though at that point, I did not have that faith and confidence in myself. I was in new territory, 80,000 people in a stadium, 500 or 1,000 people or 5,000 people in a banquet room. I've done that, but a stadium, with all type of potential distractions. And if anybody goes on it and just Google Les Brown speaking in the Georgia Dome, they'll see I commanded that audience. I was hungry.
Mr. Brown, your response took me by surprise because I didn't expect you to stay 2 years. I want to talk about identity and purpose a little bit. The reason why it's because, as you know, some people, I would say, know their purpose by the time they were 5 years old. Other people, it takes them a long time, much longer time, like a lifetime to figure out their purpose, right? Can you walk in your purpose if you do not know who you are, if you don't know your identity? And the reason why I'm asking you this question is because as a child, I feel like, well, based on your story, you were misidentified, you were misdiagnosed. What were the steps you had to take in order to correct that, in order to connect with your purpose and your identity?
Well, you can walk in your purpose and not know that it's your purpose. All my life, speaking, telling stories, inspiring people is something that I gravitated to. And even before knowing myself to the extent that I know myself now, which is an ongoing process. Some people experience and do something very well, and they say, "Boy, this is what I enjoy doing." Nina Simone, the jazz singer, she started playing the piano at 5, and she just continued to do that. I started listening to Malcolm X and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and I just admired their oratorical skills, and I wanted to do that. I wanted to be like them. And I set myself up as a radio personality, as a community activist, to be able to be involved in broadcasting and not just entertain people, but to create a difference in the community, to make an impact, to live a life that will outlive me. And so all my life, I always wanted to do something that resonated with me, something that I love so much that I'd be willing to do it for nothing and do it so well that people will pay me to do it. And I discovered that that something is what people call your purpose. When you find something that you love it so much that you'll do it for nothing. You'll volunteer to do it, but you do it so well that people will pay you to do it because of your level of impact and mastery on how you do it.
I'm speechless. Tammy, do you have anything to say?
Oh my gosh, yes. And Francesca and I was actually talking about that earlier when we were asking each other about our purpose. And I was saying how it's universal, and maybe you do something now and it may change a year from now, or what you're doing now you may not know is your purpose. So thank you so much for touching on that. Wow. I'm speechless too.
Yeah, let me share with you that there are times in life, like the two of you, as much as you have chosen this path, you were chosen for it.
Yes.
You have what I call the can't helps it, that you got to do it. And you didn't start out saying, well, this is the purpose for my life. It was something that you said, I'm going to do this. I want to make an impact in life. There are 3 types of people in life. Those who watch things happen. You've said, I don't want to be a witness. I don't want to be a fan.
That's right.
There are people who don't know what happened. You said, I want to be informed. I want to learn all I can, because you are aware if you're not willing to learn, no one can help you. If you're willing to learn, no one can stop you. You said, this is me. More people die at age 25 and don't get buried until they're 65 because they never align themselves with something that resonates with their heart and their spirit and their energy. And you decided, I'm going to stop here. This is where I am right now. This is what I want to do. We make decisions, and our decisions make us.
Wow. Wow. I feel like I'm just in church and I'm just getting anointed. Thank you. Thank you.
Very anointed. And Francesca also earlier was talking about alignment. So it's just wow, it was divine intervention that we're all in this presence today. And you talk about a case of the I Can't Help It. One of my favorite songs from Michael Jackson, I Can't Help It. He said, I can't help it if I wanted to. I can't help it even if I could. We truly are walking in our divine purpose. Today, this moment, if we touch one person's life from this conversation, we have done our job. We are going to change people's life because the words you're presenting to our audience. Thank you so much.
You're welcome so much.
Power of words a long time. And a couple years ago, but I'm still going through a very challenging time in my life. And I listening. I've learned motivation is something that I have to feed on a daily, just like I ask God to provide for the daily bread. Also need I equip life is going to be throwing at me. That thank you for having that impact in my life. Like I want to personally thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yes, your voice was going in and out. You say you're going through a very tough time in your life. Let me share something with you. In life, we're taught, think it not strange that you'll face the fiery furnaces of this world. You will, not you might. You will have tribulations. You're going to go through some stuff. Viktor Frankl, who wrote the book Man's Search for Meaning, he said, we will always face unavoidable suffering. That in life, you're either in a problem or just left one or headed toward one. A friend of mine named Lois, who worked with Cicely Tyson, she said, God loves drama. I said, why would you say that? She said, every chapter in the Bible, there is some kind of drama up in here, up in here. And so I believe, because when I look at my life and all the things that I've experienced, that those things are for our growth and experience as a person, mentally and emotionally and spiritually. And when they come, there's a quote I love: in life, you'll be faced with a series of God-ordained opportunities, brilliantly disguised as problems and challenges. When they come, when you are going through that, don't focus on what you are going through. Focus on who you are becoming in the process and where you are going, because the challenges that you face will introduce you to a part of yourself that you don't know right now. The challenges takes you out of your comfort zone, which is what Brian Tracy calls your danger zone. And so all of the experience, that's why we are taught that count it all good, that it's here for us. It's pushing us, is stretching us, is challenging us, because faith not tested can't be trusted.
Amen. So it's not wasted. It's not.
No. It will introduce you to a part of yourself that you will say, whoa, I went through that, but I didn't just go through it. I'm a different person because of that. I've grown mentally and emotionally and spiritually because of that. There are periods in your life when things happen to you. That's how you see it. But as you go further in life, you look back and you realize it happened for you. And had it not been for that, you would not have made some decisions that you've made that cost you to stand up inside of yourself and says, this will no longer be a part of my reality. I've had it. I'm moving on in another direction. We make decisions and our decisions make us. Thank you. You've served your purpose. Just recently, I saw pictures of my birth mother and father, and they were born in Gainesville, Georgia. My oldest son went on a search. I never did that. And what I've been asking myself constantly as I am meeting relatives that I did not know I had, two brothers that I did not know I had. Lord, what am I supposed to do with this? And things happen to me. I ask that question. What am I supposed to do with this? When I get up in the morning, I say all things work together for good for those who love God and for those who are called according to his purpose. What am I supposed to do with this? Lord, whatever I face today, together, you and I can handle it. What am I supposed to do with this? As I go forward in life, good and blessings are coming to me now. As I stand in the truth, knowing that I will be freed up and liberated to live life on my terms.
There are people who feel like always overcoming, and they are tired, and they feel like they need to go such tribulation who they are meant to become. The reason why I'm asking you this question is because the pandemic took a toll on so many people, and so many of us feel broken, uninspired, and discouraged because of everything that's happened, dealing with losses, dealing with death, uncertainties. What inspired you to produce, to create a Hungry for Greatness event?
That people need to hear some different voices. What you listen to, you turn into. Evil prevails when good men and women do nothing. And I decided, wait a minute, I'm not going to sit on the sideline and I see people that are suffering from fear, from broken hearts and empty pockets. I've got a voice. I've got a story. How people live their lives is a result of the story they believe about themselves. When you speak, when you have this show, when you do interviews, what you do is you distract, dispute, and inspire. You distract people from their current story. Through the interview, through your conversations, you dismantle their current belief system and inspire them to have the courage to make new decisions about their life. And so my goal is at this event coming up on Saturday is to take people through an experience so that they leave there with clarity on who they must be in and out of the pandemic, and a process of reinventing themselves, because life is full of disruptions. But what we have to do to accommodate the disruptions is to transform ourselves. Be ye not conformed to this world. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. We have to create experiences that will allow people to get an expanded vision of themselves. He said, I'll give you all your eyes can see. And most people surrender. They become mesmerized with what has happened as to asking a question. What am I supposed to do now? Because we have to take action. Nothing works unless you work. Commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. And so it's easy to have faith when your bills are paid. You got your health. You got money in the bank. It's easy to have faith then. You're not waiting on a $600 stimulus check that won't stimulate anything. It's easy to have faith when your relationship is working and your children are acting like they have good sense, or a doctor has not looked at you and said, as he said to me, you have 4th stage cancer. It's easy to have faith when you don't have any drama. But the true test of faith is when the challenges show up. The true test of faith, when life knocks on the door and said, get me some coffee and a newspaper. I'm going to be here for a minute. Oh, behave. Hello.
Oh my gosh,
when,
yes,
when you go to
yes.
bed holding the Bible and the Holy Quran and the Kabbalah and call Jesus, Yahweh, Allah, and everybody, please somebody go help me.
Seriously, oh my gosh, that is true. Your faith, when you're tested, when the challenges come, do you keep your faith then? For sure. Oh
Yeah,
my
you got to
gosh,
keep your faith in your faith.
yes.
That's when you got to call on it. See, we got to go from being warriors to warriors. There's no time to worry. There's a time to be a warrior. Life is a fight for territory. Frederick Douglass said, we might not get everything we fight for, but everything we get, there will be a fight.
Yeah.
Whether it's peace of mind, whether it's for our health, whether it's for our relationship, whether it's for our children's future, there will be a fight.
Yeah.
And we have to rise to the occasion. Therefore, take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, that having done all to stand.
Mm, 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 mm. How did you get through your trials and tribulations? Your faith, was it ever tested? You're human, Mr. Brown. Did you
Yes,
ever have a
so
moment like that?
many times, so many times. Look here, I've prayed to God so many times. I used to pray in bed, then I started getting on my knees, and and God said, I can hear him saying, I know you ain't down on your knees crying, not running out your nose. Yeah, you used to be in bed. Now you calling on me now. Talk about you going to increase your tithes. I've heard that before, but I mean it this time, Lord. I mean it. What you do is understand and know what you focus on the longest becomes the strongest. Just listen to me and follow the thread of what I'm about to say. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things, whatever the things that you want, will be added unto you. When they asked the Jewish carpenter, when shall the kingdom of God come? He said, the kingdom of God cometh not by observation. You shall say, it's neither lo there or lo here. Behold, the kingdom of God is within you. Here's the next step. That kingdom is voice activated. When people listen to you, there are people who will say to you, I heard you speak. I was listening to that show. That was for me. It's activated. We are all born with built-in greatness lying dormant, and our voices activated so that those gifts and abilities and dreams become manifest in our lives. That's why what you listen to, you turn into. That's why we must monitor our thoughts, what we watch, our relationships, the environment where we are, and ask ourselves constantly, am I on the path? Constantly, is the choice that I'm making now, is it me? Is it my calling? A job is what you get paid for. A calling is what you are made for. Am I doing that I'm supposed to do? Or am I living a misplaced life?
Wow. Again, I don't know what else to say.
There we go, speechless again. Yes.
I'm taking everything in. I want to touch on what you just said in terms of living like a misplaced life and not walking in your, for people when they don't walk in the. A lot of times when there are tribulations, when there are challenges, or when people feel like they are in a period of their life where things are stagnant, they sometimes interpret that as things are not in alignment. But challenges, all that are also part of the journey. What do you
Yes.
Yes. And I think it has a lot to do with this whole where we are in the world right now, this whole microwave mentality where you do something, these are the results, and it has to be fast, and everything looks so beautiful on the internet. People only showing specific part of their lives. That's what they are sharing. So a lot of people get discouraged. And my question is, but I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say first. But my question is, how do you? I'm sorry. How do you deal with stagnant moments in your life? Because when people hear your name, when they see Les Brown, they see high energy, they see motivation, success, fame. Like, what is one thing that maybe, I don't want to say failure, like maybe a character building moment has taught you about life, God, and other people?
When stuff happens to you, like what you're going through now, you know what you're doing? You're taking time to go within.
Mm.
This pandemic, my daughter, Dr. Ona Brown, she said gaps are from God.
Mm.
The reason that the divorce rate is increased 40%, and there are people who've been together for years, and one looks over and say, I feel lonely whenever you're around. You know what? I don't want to do life with you anymore. I'm out of here. When people have been given permission to go home and do their work, and then they hear a call saying you can come back now, and they've had time to rethink their lives, and they say, I don't want to come back. I don't want to do that, because they realize that life is fragile and it has no duplicate. So this is a God moment. God is in the midst of this, all this stuff. This is a time that you seek ye first the kingdom. Where's that kingdom? It's in you, and you can't have a kingdom without a king. You are the ruler of your mind, of your thoughts, of your words, of your emotions. And now you have to take a stand and say, what do I want to do moving forward? All of life behind me, all of God before me. What do I want to do moving forward? Adam, where are you? That was not a location question. That was, you made in my likeness and image. You've been given authority and dominion over everything on the face of the earth. Where are you in relationship to what you have going for you? I dare you to look at the things that have happened to you and bow to them. Greater is he that's in you than he that's in the world. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. So I will keep special distancing from people who don't wear a mask and people who have no goals and dreams.
Wow. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, behave. Hello.
Oh,
You come in with the word, right, sis?
scared. We did a mock interview. We went over the questions, but I'm like, all we have to do is follow you.
Seriously. Oh my
I'm
God.
coming for you. I'm coming for you. I want you to know I'm coming for you.
My spirit is moved. So I know our watchers is definitely moved for sure. I am utterly moved. Mr. Brown, you are so accomplished. Are you still hungry for greatness?
Yes. I had a friend call me, and we graduated from high school together. And he said, man, I see you all over the internet. You working real hard. I said, thank you. I said, what are you doing? He said, I've lived my life. I said, excuse me, are you calling me from the cemetery? I said, I didn't know people who are taking a dirt nap can wake up, dig out of the grave, and make phone calls. I said, you're still here. You got a pulse. You want to die a good death. You want to die young at an old age. You're still breathing. You want to rob the cemetery of your gifts, of your dreams, of your ability, as Miles Monroe said. And so a lot of people have checked out. And just think about this, the work that you do. Let me just share this with you. To share with you why you're so unique and so different. Why we are told the road to life is straight and narrow. and few there be that find it. Few there be that are looking for it. A lot of people are fine with just surviving. If you had an event, I guarantee you, you'll probably get a few hundred people there. But just think about this. Kanye West, God bless him, he had 40,000 people show up for a listening of music. He didn't perform. He walked across one time with a stocking cap across his face. 40,000 people for listening, spectators, not for self-development, not for how do I begin to find out who I am and how do I leave a legacy. A good man leaves a legacy for his children and for his children's children. You know, one of the biggest lies in our community, a woman can't raise a boy to be a man. What are you kidding me? 80% of the households in our community don't have a man present. At Father's Day, I gave my mother a Father's Day card because she was a mother and she served as a father too. And so now I'm asking brothers, hey, you need to step up. Hey, we've come to a place that all hands on deck, that evil prevails when good men and women do nothing. And so we all have a responsibility to chip in. We all have a responsibility to raise our voices, to speak up, and to make our lives count. And that's what you've decided to do. You say, you know what? I'm not going to live a non-consequential life. I want to live a life that counts. I want to live a life that matters. I want to make a mark. That's a decision that you made.
Yes, absolutely. Wow. Talking about, you know what, this pandemic has opened up a lot of things, and have seen a lot of Black women just getting blamed for being single. A lot of the men decided to walk away. And this whole narrative that the reason why we are in the condition that we are as a people, as a race, it's because it's the women doing the job of the men. But
Yeah, absolutely. And trust me, Frankie Crocker said this out of New York years ago, and it's real. It's better to be alone than to wish you were. That made you grunt.
I think Tammy just, I don't know, maybe she got disconnected. What do you want your legacy to look like?
I aspire to inspire until I expire.
Wow. That sounds beautiful, but I want to kind of get more into the legacy part of it.
My goal and dream has been is to do what I'm going to do on August the 14th, this Saturday, is to share with people. You learn, you earn. I've earned millions of dollars doing what I love to do, changing lives. You pass it on. And so in this chapter in my life, I want people to know that he gave his all. He had gifts and talents and abilities, and he helped me to realize that the things that he did, he taught me how to do those things plus more. We model and we modify. And he finished strong. He didn't just go somewhere and just sit down watching Netflix. He was fighting to the end, making a difference, making an impact, making his mark. That's what I want people to know. That's how we should leave here. Paul said, I fought a good fight. You got to fight a good fight. Life is a fight for territory. And once you stop fighting for what you want, what you don't want will automatically take over.
Wow.
Automatically take over. When Francesca and I first promoted that we were interviewing you, it was such an amazing response. Even motivational speakers themselves were saying how empowered they are by you, how inspired they are, how they followed their purpose in their career because of you. So I'm looking at the comments and stuff, and so many people are just praising you and thanking you and just love you. And you are truly walking in your purpose. It's just been such an honor to have you as our first guest. I am just chills. I need to get the church lady fan in a minute.
Oh, behave.
Oh, behave.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm honored to be here and to be your first guest. I feel very honored. I'd like to leave this with your viewers and listeners. My mother used to love to hear me say this. My youngest son, my grandson, his son, says it now. If you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and sleep for it. If all that you dream and scheme is about it, and life seems useless and worthless without it, and if you gladly sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it, and lose all your terror of the opposition for it, and if you simply go after that thing that you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold poverty famish your gulf, sickness or pain of body and brain can keep you away from the thing that you want. If dogged and grim you besiege and beset it, with the help of God you'll get it. This has been Mrs. Mamie Brown's baby boy and Dorothy Bell Rucker's pride and joy. I've got two mothers and I'm not ashamed. I've got two mothers and I love them just the same. Oh, you can't handle my John Legend voice. I better stop now.
Oh, behave.
Oh my God. If you were behaving, you wouldn't be who you are right now. So,
Yes.
okay.
Wow.
So much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
With you and for
I'm
your.
sending both of you a virtual hug right now. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Wait, let me put
Yes.
the mask and let me stay 6 feet away.
Yes. Listen, tell everybody I will be speaking at the Rock Church in Queens
Yes.
on this Saturday from 9 o'clock until 7 o'clock. And I have speakers that I've trained. It's a training experience. They'll be speaking, and Donald Lawrence will be there. He's going to speak, and he's going to have one of his singers there, some of them, and I want them to sing that song, Lord, Deliver Me from Myself. If you haven't heard it, oh, you got to hear that one up in here. Lord, deliver me from myself. It's going to be a great transformative experience, and to God be the glory. And I thank you so much for honoring me by allowing me to be
Where
your
can people
guest.
purchase tickets that I'm sure you are wondering?
They can go to lesbrown.greatness.com and purchase their ticket. lesbrown.greatness.com.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Brown. And as the godfather of the show, you are welcome to come anytime to teach us and school us and all that good stuff. Thank you for being a blessing. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you so much. And I'm going to follow you up on that.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, please
Okay.
do.
All right. Thank you. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow. Tammy.
Wow, this was an amazing show.
He doesn't want to leave us. He wants to stay forever.
Doesn't want to leave.
1 second.
This was an amazing first show.
Incredible. Wow.
I mean, the speechless moments, the chills. Literally about to go get my church lady fan, you know? And, you know, our first one, we had a quick technical difficulty, which knocked me out, but I got right back in. The devil never wins. This was a powerful show. The questions we asked, he loved. You can tell the vibe, the energy that he was having. The comments are going like crazy. People are so inspired and empowered by him. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. The technical difficulties earlier kind of like threw me off. Like I like to be over prepared, and I think it was kind of hard for me just to get in there because he was already online. But I think it's not really about, you know, the package, right? It's really the message. So although this was,
message,
I'm happy that we had the opportunity to really have this conversation with them. I want to thank you, Tammy. Thank you for saying yes to doing this with me. I want to thank Sheen Magazine. I also want to thank Yona from River Child Media LLC. If it wasn't,
Yes.
I wouldn't have this opportunity to talk with Les Brown. And this was so. All right, for all those people who have been watching this show, it's called On Purpose. The mission is to inspire, to empower, and it's every Wednesday at 7 p.m. here on Shin Magazine Instagram. So it's gonna be a live. If you are a co-host, if you would like to be a co-host on the show, you can message me. My comment is pinned. My name is Francisca Andre, or you can message Tammy as well. And if you have a guest, or if you would like to be a guest, please also send us a DM and let's connect. I don't know what else to say, Tammy.
Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Until next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday. Thank you. Bye-bye. I think I have to now. I have to end it. I'm new to this. And don't forget,
End it and save it.
let me see. How do I do this? Okay.
The X at the top.
Oh, it's the X. Let's see. I think people had questions. You want to take people? Do you want to continue or do you want to end it? We have a lot of people who had questions. What do you want to do?
Let's see a couple questions. I'm going to scroll up.
Okay, let me see. Hi, Sean.
Thank you for the feedback, everyone. This is awesome. Gave them chills. They loved it.
Perfect.
You too, rock.
Accept a few people to come on live. Charlene Marie, do you still want to come up? Let's see what else that we have.
Comments are amazing. This was inspiring. Great job.
Okay, let's see. Maybe not. I don't know what's going on.
Thank you, queens.
Thank you, Yona. River Child Media. Go follow her.
Right.
So we have some. Hi, how are you?
Hi.
We can't hear you. We really can't hear you. Did you have a question?
Baby.
I think he's having connection issues. Okay, he's not unable to join. Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. How are you today?
I don't think he can hear us. So,
Digital media life. Sometimes it happens.
yeah, we cannot.
Thank you again to everyone in the comments. Definitely feel free to reach out to me, Timmy Reese Media here at RG. You can connect with Francesca as well. Again, if you want to be a guest, if you want to be a co-host, if you have a question you want to ask us, you can contact us directly.
All right, we have
Hi,
Francisca.
Queen.
How are you? Can you hear me, Tammy?
Yes, I can hear you fine. Hello. Hi, beautiful.
Can you guys hear me? You can hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I texted Francesca and told her to download this as an IGTV because I had a customer for 4 hours and 40 minutes. I so wanted to watch the show, and I came toward the middle of it. Girls, I have chills. That's a once of a lifetime opportunity to interview the Les Brown. I'm so proud of you, sister. My name twin here. I'm inspired. I am pumped. It's been a long day, but man, the last message that he said, I just, you're just speechless. You can't, you just have to have this moment like, When he said God told him to tithe, but he didn't have any money, but God told him to over tithe. And I just went through that, I just went through that. Tithing is a blessing. Anyway, this is your first show. I'm inspired. If the purpose is to inspire and empower people, I am empowered. I'm inspired. And I'm so proud of you, my sisters.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for watching and for sharing that with us.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, what he was talking about your environment. I have a group of phenomenal women in my life, and Francisca and I, we connected not too long ago, and she's one of them, the part of that circle. So thank you for your energy, for who you are. Thank you. So my son is crying. You guys can hear him. I don't want to be unprofessional. So probably one more person.
All right, baby girl.
Bye.
Don't forget to follow Les Brown and go buy your ticket, you know, so you can be transformed in person. Okay.
Thank you. Bye bye, sis.
Oh,
Bye
you're not saying
bye.
one more person. Let's see.
Want to do one more?
Yes, let's do one more person. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So, Yona, I'm gonna send you a request. Oh, hi. I cannot.
Disconnect.
We can. All right. I don't. I can.
Beautiful what she said. For her to take the value time out to not only watch the show but to share her feedback. Wow.
Amazing. I'm gonna take one person. And Yona, if you would like to come up, just send us a request.
Thank you for the continued comments. We see them all. We're so grateful and thankful for all of you who are still tuned in with us. The show made my day. Wow. Thank you. Great job.
I'm trying to invite Yona. Give me 1 second. Let me do this. Invite. Okay, let me do this. Yona. I think this is can do.
Oh, thank you both, queens.
Okay, I cannot find her. Okay, DT. Okay, let me see. I am so new.
The comments are coming in like wildfire. That's why.
I'm gonna get better. Okay, what is going on?
Oh, salute you, ladies. Thank you.
Yona, can you send us a request? Maybe we can take you like that. Okay, I don't know what else to do. DT. Okay, I don't know what's going on. All right. Okay. There's another request. I'm gonna take one more person. Let's see what's going on.
Oh, Black girls
Hey,
rock.
come in, yes. I think I did it. Yes. Hey.
Hi, Queen. How are you?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good.
Amazing. I love your smile. You just gave me so much energy and glow, okay? Yes.
Do you know what she is, Tammy? She's on the PR team for Les Brown. So we were able to have
Wow, look at you. Thank you so much for being a part of making all this happen. The comments are amazing. The feedback is awesome. What did you think of everything?
It was great. It was great. I was definitely commenting. You know, as I was watching, and I was watching everyone, you know, make comments and, you know, with the emojis and everything. It was really great. I mean, I love Les. I've known about Les for decades. I mean, I remember, I know I'm dating myself, but then again, I look good.
yeah.
Yes, you do. I say that glow, okay? Pouring it on to me.
Yeah, I remember watching him with his talk show.
Yeah.
You know, years ago. And it's just so inspiring to know that, you know, after all these years, you know, he's still doing the damn thing. And when, you know, and when Sis asked about, you know, his legacy, you know, and basically, you know, him saying that, listen, he just wants to be known as the man who did the to, you know, he wants to continue to inspire people, continue to, you know, to help people step into their greatness, because, you know, there's so many people out there that are just waiting for a word. They're waiting for somebody just to kind of reach back and grab them up, you know, so that they can, you know, stand in their own power, in their own light. And, you know, it's people like Les, you know, that kind of create that space for that, for people to truly see themselves who they really are. So I'm just thrilled that he's still doing the work. I'm thrilled to be on the team. You know, thank you to my sis Francesca, because when I told her about Les, she was like, okay, what you need, sis? You know, and it was like 1, 2,
Yes.
quickly. And she's like, listen, I have this podcast. Do you think he'll do it? I was like, absolutely. You know, and it just happened so quickly. And the team was just really ecstatic. And he means it. He'll come back.
Yes, yes.
He
We'll
really means that.
be more prepared. We were prepared. His
But this
energy.
was good though. I mean, considering this was like your first, you know, your first show, which I didn't even realize when we booked it that it was your absolute first. You know, there was definitely some audio issues, but honestly, it's like it was on your end, but you could, you know, he still could hear you and he was still speaking. You know what I'm saying? And after a while, you know, everything just kind of worked itself out. You know, listen, this is technology. There's always going to be some kind of glitch, but
Media world. Yep.
that's what
That's
it is. But he's used to it. And, you know, and again, it's with him, it's always about the word, you know, and having a captive audience. And you guys, and you guys provided that for him. So, you know, you can see him smiling and joking. That's less.
Yep. He was having a ball. Okay.
He was like, okay, you know, this little issue, but okay, I'm still gonna roll with it. Cause you know, there's certain people that would have gotten frustrated. They may have wanted to end the interview prematurely. But, you know, for him, it's like, look, you know, he has such a love.
Mm-hmm.
And passion for this is what I aspire to do in my life, to live a life that passionate in terms of what you do. It's like you wake up every morning and you're so grateful for what you do. I want that life, y'all. Don't you?
Life.
Don't you want that kind of life?
Yes.
You have that
every single day.
You have that life. So, you know, yeah. Tell us more about what you do. And also, before you start, I want to thank the editor at Sheen Magazine, Christine.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you. We've been communicating like every second of the day just to make this happen. I've been texting Yona like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. and she's like responsive, and, you know, also talking with Tammy. So it's just been a village, a great team effort. So I want to thank all of you for that. But Yona, please tell us about what you do, about your company.
Well, River Child Media, it was founded a year ago, actually. You know, it was founded in the pandemic. And talk about, you know, aligning yourself, you know, with your purpose. I always believe that, you know, God and the ancestors, you know, they know what's best for us, even sometimes when we don't know what's best for us. You know, I have a long history of working in publishing, like 17, 18 years at this point. And my last job was as associate director of publicity at Books, an imprint of Simon and Schuster. And I walked into work one day and I basically was told your position is being eliminated. And I basically had 2 or 3 days left to pack up 13 years worth of stuff and walk out the door. And at the time, I remember I felt so rejected and dejected, you know, because sometimes we have a tendency to define ourselves by our titles. We define ourselves by the company that we work for. It took me a minute, you know, so the pandemic was very purposeful for me, you know, while it was very painful and there was a lot of loss, but guess what? I shed a lot of layers, you know, that year. And true to form, Spirit shows up and said, okay, Yona, you know, because I thought I was going to leave book publicity, because that's what I did. You know, I worked with everyone from Kevin Hart to Taraji P. Henson, George Clinton, Michael Strahan, Uncle Charlie, Alice Walker, Zayn, Ntozake Shange. I mean, these are the people, Pearl Clegg. These are the people that, you know, I, you know, had a career of working with, you know, and then I kind of didn't know what I wanted to do afterward. I was like, you know what, maybe this is just God's way of me doing something else, you know? And I started working for the contact tracing program just to do something different. But, you know, God said, and ancestors said, no, we're not done with you, boo. You needed to rest. And I did that. And a dear friend, Victoria Sanders, called me one day and she was like, hey, baby girl, what you doing? She's like, you know, you freelancing? And I'm like, well, not really. She's like, you want to? And I was like, yeah, I guess so. The minute that door was open, it's like God literally busted up the door, the window, the roof, and you know, it's been absolutely amazing. And here a year later, I get to work with the Les Brown. I'm getting to work with Viola Davis in spring. You know, it's like the opportunities are amazing. I also, not only am I working with River Child Media and book PR, but I also am part of a joint venture called Collective 5 Entertainment. You know, it's a brand management, talent and production company. And I'm starting to work with Nadesh, Florimont. And, with just some amazing, amazing people,
Wow.
Kane from Sirius XM. It's really been an amazing ride. And it's like, although God closed the door, he literally blew open the roof.
Mhm.
And blessings just keep raining
Oh,
down.
yeah.
And all I do is open my arms and I say thank you, and I receive it with all the love and joy that I have. And I always, believe in turning some over. So if I can give love to any of you ladies, because French already knows. She
I
already knows how I roll.
yes.
The inspiration is beyond real.
So we do
Wow.
it left, but I wanted to bring you in because you were very instrumental to make this possible. And I'm
Mhm.
so
Thank you.
also just for you to let the world know all the amazing things that you do with a child. So thank you for. We don't have that much time left. I would like to back on. You already know, so we're gonna keep in contact. And
Absolutely.
yes, so next Wednesday we're gonna have two special guests for you at 7 p.m. here on Shin Live. Don't forget to follow Tammy Reese Media and also follow Francesca Andre, myself, and also follow Shin Magazine so we can continue this conversation because we do want to inspire you. We want you to take that inspiration and turn it into action for you to be empowered. I love all of you, sending you all light and love, and keep going.
Thank you, ladies.
I'm gonna end this.
Thank you, Queen.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye.